So to put on mine is, guys, that's shocker, one of mine. I talk about it a lot, but there's a lot of reasons why that's one of my favorites. And that will forever actually be one that I always say is because for number one, I watched it for the first time right over here in the house that we used to live in.
Yeah.
For the first time when it first came out, and a made-for-TV one at that scared the shit out of me. And at that point, we've said this a bunch of times too, but I had watched a bunch of horror movies, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Like unedited, rent them. Nothing scared me.
Yeah.
They were monsters. That wasn't real.
Mm-hmm.
They were actors. For some reason, that movie scared the shit out of me.
Mm-hmm.
So, but like in a good way. Like I love to hate it. But it was so much so that I was kind of legit had a phobia of not all clowns per se, but like Pennywise.
Yeah.
And it's irrational, and I get that, guys, but I would actually like avoid sewer drains until I was like 20 years old, because I'm like, nah, dog, I saw it happen to George.
Well, dude, one of the things that they did in one of the neighboring towns was, and I think this is one of the funny things about Wadsworth PD, when they were just like, yeah, like, you know,
stop fucking doing it.
Essentially, guys, what had happened was that this is when theaters were like the more like smaller theaters like in our area and then beyond were still a thing, because a lot of them have been turned into like CrossFits now and everything. But no, we still to this day have no idea who was doing it, but somebody was going around the sewer grates and tying helium red balloons around the entire city and like neighboring towns and all these different things, to the point that the PD went on the public page and went, can you guys please stop? Because we have to be the ones that cut these and get rid of them.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, dude, you're freaking cops out.
Yeah,
dude.
that's what it was. It was like, it's not even vandalism, but they're just like, please stop because you're freaking out the cops, because we gotta go do it.
Yeah.
Like, it's so crazy because your brain goes, it's an actor.
Mm-hmm.
It's an actor.
It's a testament to it, though.
It is.
Yeah.
Because here's what's funny. I'll let you guys in on a little secret. Is my new sort of setup downstairs in my studio is, you know, it's dark for a reason, whatever, but I actually have Pennywise sitting up as far as one of the cutouts, and he's kind of right behind me.
Yeah.
And I was done with kind of shooting and recording the last couple of nights. And I don't know what popped into my head for some reason, but it was the scene, and it was how it sounded where he's going, Stanley boy.
Yeah, dude.
And I'm in the basement by my fucking self, turning all the lights off to go upstairs.
Oh, God, it's the worst.
And all I kept thinking was the new song from Prov, which was Squad Goals. All I kept playing was the hook inside my head. I'm like, it's an actor. It's an actor. It's Bill Skarsgård. It's Tim. It's Bill. It's Tim. Like, getting all my stuff and gathering it. I'm a 42-year-old man in my own fucking basement having this thought go through my head of, he's going to murder me.
Yeah.
He's going to eat me.
She's
going to eat me.
You'll float too. Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know why, but man, I had this go through. I was like, I was this 10-year-old kid again, like, just get up the steps. And I actually had this moment where I was at the bottom of the steps. And I had that where they say that if you get those hairs on the back of your head, or when you run up the steps, that's an actual like spirit kind of like beside you. It's telling you it's your fight or flight. Go.
Yeah.
It was telling me to run, and I went, no.
I'm standing
my ground and walking up normal, and I'm not turning the light off, and I'm turning the light off down here, not upstairs. I stood in my ground. I got up to the top of the steps and went,
yeah.
After I shut the door. Dude.
It's what I think that's the thing, is that it's these, especially with the original It, because I find that the new one and the old one, you know, both duos have this fluidity to them with our lives. You know, I mean, truthfully, because dude, one of the earliest memories I have of being a human being is being in the living room of our old house. And it was the scene in the second part of the original double feature where Bill's at the graveyard and you can see Pennywise digging the graves. And I don't know what this is, and I don't know if it's just like my mind filling in blanks, but I swear to God, what I saw was him crawling out of the grave towards the camera. And and when I rewatched it when I got older, and I went, "Oh, here's this scene. I remember this scared the fuck out of me," and it didn't happen. He just sat in the grave and talked to him, and it was that moment of, well, what the fuck did I see? What the hell happened? Now, again, I was very, very young, so again, perception is everything. But
I'm trying to think of like maybe what would have even been remotely close to like that scene, anything in that movie happening like that from Pennywise. But offhand, I'm not really catching anything. But that's interesting. So you had like almost like a false scare of a movie or of a part of a movie.
I mean, whether you want to call it like Mandela effect or whatever the fuck was going on with it, but yeah, it was very, very odd. But I do remember trying to be a hard ass when I was a kid because I wanted to take in scary movies.
Of course.
And Mom finally at one point said, all right, fine. You want to watch it? You're going to watch it. And I was fine. I was fine throughout the entire movie until we got to where William Denbrough's wife drives into Derry.
Oh.
And the mechanic, or no, it's the gentleman at I think he's at the gas station.
The gas station, just the gas pump,
because it's one of the best scares of the movie is that she's just having a conversation with an employee, like being like, hey, how far is it, like, to Derry? He's like, oh, it's about 40 miles, I think. He's like, you take a left down here, you go here. He's like, you go past the Barrens. And she says the Barrens, and that's when the voice changes. He's like, yeah, it's where I played with them kids.
Yeah.
And then when it cuts back, you see the deadlights, and that's when he says, don't you want your balloon? He's like, don't you want it? Like, that, for some reason, I had to stop the movie, and I didn't finish it. I did not finish it till I was much older.
Really?
Like, it scared the fuck out of me, dude.
Do you know, with those scenes in particular, and even some things that happen, like in the new It, like season or part 2 and stuff, when... because through the entire thing, it's kids, because they are afraid, they are susceptible to the boogeyman, right?
Yeah.
That why was it that the wife saw Pennywise? Well, now as I got older, I realized things, and even like in the new one, in the second part where he sees him after he got thrown over, it's because as an adult, they are terrified in a situation in general. Pennywise is just there to feed off of it.
Yeah.
Now,
it's convenient.
It's convenient. You can argue the wife was kind of more of the plant to lure him, but it was also the fact of, no, she was scared. She's driving in the dark by herself, nowhere she knows before. And now you've got this man that she's never seen, and she's got to ask for directions. So now he's got her, because it's both. She's already afraid, but he's like, shit, man, I'm going to take this dude's wife, because it was the same thing with what's his face? Because when he gets him to help him, he has the guard.
Yes. Yeah. With Henry. Yeah.
With Henry, because at that point, because I was like, well, I know the guard was scared of dogs, but why is the guard scared?
Yeah.
At that point. And the only thing I can come to is that he works in a environment with psychopaths and weird, like he's probably just always on edge in general.
Yeah. Actually, real quick, guys, I just saw Lee is in here, buddy. Thank you for being here.
Hey, what's up?
I'm gonna say we try to catch us like other content creators if they jump in and stuff. Guys, go give Lee some love. He makes awesome reactions.
I saw Rage was in here too, man.
Yeah. So a general hello to everybody in chat, guys. We're deep in convo, so thank you guys for being here. This is awesome. So,
but no, it's just like I never did understand that part, where it was the guard. That said, the only thing I could think of was the fact of like his work environment that kind of placed him in that like more anxiety, fear.
Yeah.
Constantly, to where he was easily susceptible to like see that dog or whatever it was.
Well, I think what's interesting is that somebody did I mean, there's many people that have done, breakdown videos of Pennywise and like talking about like, his creature form and like what he really is, which, I mean, if you watch Harry Potter, you know that he's a boggart, so it's like he's just changes into like what you fear the most, which is kind of interesting.
Right.
But in the same hand is that they talked about how his ability truly is like that of a multi-dimensional being, is the fact that not only is he able to terrorize Derry and do what he's doing there, but he was able to go to the asylum at the same time as Patrick Hockstetter, or no, Belch was in the book. That was Belch was the one that picked him up. So you've got that, but it's like he's able to be borderline in more places than in more places like in once. Like,
multiple places at once.
Thank you, I fucked that up. But it's just there's something truly terrifying about that, and it's especially reading the book. It's one of those that I've told people that if you have the patience to get through 1,500 fuck off pages, that it's like you can truly see why the source material is so scary. Because it's, like the scene that stands out to me was about I want to say it was like a 3 or 4 year old kid that a mom ran them a bath, and through the drain, she heard it like something was clogging it from like downstairs. She's like, oh, what's that? She heard the bells of Pennywise. And when she went up, both of them were gone. Like literally her kid just sitting in a bathtub, like just disappeared. Like, it's like when you think about that, like your inherent fear as a kid is that you're going to go down the drain. Or that it's like, oh my God, like all this bad stuff's going to happen. And like he literally took a childhood fear and made it reality because he has an entity that was able to do it.
Well, like when you said something about being all places at once, well, I mean, he does say in part of it, well, at least in the original, where he's like, I am eternal.
Yeah.
Where it's like if you think of like eternal, that's like omnipotent, where it's like you're a god, like you can be multiple places at once. You're everywhere.
Yeah,
that's what makes him scary.
It's just that
I'm the eater of children and of worlds.
Yeah, of worlds. Yeah, it's so like, and even interesting too is that when they go to the final showdown of part 2 of the original, is how they what always got me was how small the door was. Going into the big cavern. I mean, people can give shit to the spider all they want. They did the best they could, and it was practical. But it's like that. I remember thinking to myself, that's so weird. It's such a small door compared to like, it's like, does he take the form of like a dog to go into his lair or something?
Yeah, I always wondered that too, like why that was so small. But like, yeah.
Mom just said I gave Chaney a bath, no voices. Thank God. So, we're not in Derry, Maine. Thank the Lord. So.